many, and then I was like, fuck, and I just went, and everything went everywhere.
We're rolling whenever.
Oh, rolling.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. LIMP biscuit is right here.
It's just one of those days. We're gonna get a copyright strike.
That'll be the fucking thing.
You would do this in. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's Stand-Up Saturday on MKUSUAL. It's like MK Ultra, but more normal. This is the day where we review our own stand-up sets. And if we run out of time, I found a great... Did you see my text way late last night?
Which one?
I found this show called Stairway to Stardom.
Yes.
It's like this 1980s New Jersey. We might not get to it, probably not. That might be another day, a whole other segment. But yeah, man, so far you guys have been eating this day up for some reason. Consistently, this day has the most views. No, not a lot of comments though. Could be that they're hate watching us.
Yeah.
We got haters.
I mean, when you rise to the top like we did.
We are the creme of the cream. Cream of the cream. Okay, any announcements? Any shows upcoming?
My rash went away. I didn't even use the ointment. That was a good sign.
Good sign.
Yeah, no shows. I've never been paid for comedy. So, still
Well, that's about to change, baby.
amateur status.
Because last time I checked on Rumble,
Uh-oh.
Nicholas Domini,
Are we sitting on a fucking golden egg?
when I check on Rumble, which is also the other place we upload these videos, thank you, Curtis Braxdale, we are looking at
Count overview.
nothing we can cash out, but a total of 4 cents in estimated earnings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's pretty good.
infinitely more than I expected.
That's about, if you do the math, that's about a tenth of a penny for every... That's a shilling. We're making a shilling.
This is...
Are you aware, by the way, of the old English coin system?
No.
Okay. I'm going to do this, not today, but it's like nuts. They didn't switch to a decimal. The British didn't switch to a decimal, like 100 pennies and a dollar, until 1971.
God damn it.
And their coin system was nuts. Nuts. Yeah, it was insane. Anyway, let's get to some stand-up comedy. Just glad I took that detour. Nick, I believe you're going first as usual.
Yeah,
it's because you're more free these nights, and so I go after you. 1 second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Nicholas Domini.
Sorry guys, I was just talking to Tom Thompson. I don't know if you remember him, but he got me this beautiful necklace. Guys, shout out to Tom! Let's go! This is my Christmas present. He kept me on my toes. He likes to tell me like weeks before he gets me jewelry, so that way for like 2 weeks I'm like, oh, what's it gonna be? Gold again. All right, guys, let's bring up your next comedian of the night. Let's give it up for Nick Domini.
How we doing, guys and gals? Okay, your company party over here? You have any unpaid interns? I looked up the #1 complaint for unpaid interns: lack of compensation. I used ChatGPT to figure that one out. Yeah, I don't know. During the Second World War, they rounded up all the Japanese people here, and they called it an internment camp. But if you call it an unpaid intern, it's chill, I guess. I don't know. You get a pizza party once a year. Do you guys get pizza parties or just building a railroad? So, the last time I told that joke, there was a Japanese guy in the front row. I just completely pussied out. I'm a chef by trade. I've been worked in kitchens for 20 years. Who said that? So someone might be able to back me up on this. They're unhinged lunatics in kitchens. Most of us are depraved, godless heathens. There's always the guy who smokes nutmeg in the walk-in. No one's sure if it actually gets you high, but he's gonna try every day. The other guy, he's got crushed pussy tattooed on his knuckles. It's been 12 years since he saw one up close. I heard 14 slurs that I don't even know if they're directed at groups of people. They just sound bad. It's just, I don't know. I say all that to say this. Women belong in kitchens. Women belong in kitchens. We need like a gentle touch and like a soft voice to guide us. It's getting ugly. Most people know the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would have do unto you. And I gotta tell you, it's way harder to suck a stranger's dick in Target than you would think. I'm just trying to live my beliefs. I'm trying to be a man of my word. But if you're at the Warnell Target on Tuesdays, you shook your head? Come on, man. Walmart? Do you shop at Walmart? I'll learn you're gonna do, man. Price shop? Okay, good. I live right by this one, so they close at 11. I'll do an impression. I'm gonna get out of here. This is my impression of David Goggins. Y'all know David Goggins? Yeah, okay. This is my impression of David Goggins if he were Sisyphus. Who will carry the rock? Thank you. I'm the comedy.
Who's gonna carry the fucking gloves?
Hell yeah. You're next comedian.
Good job, Nick. Good set.
I don't know if I did any new jokes.
You did them all different.
Yeah.
You also had to show up Tom Thompson
Yeah.
giving jewelry out.
I know.
Did you hear, I don't know if you caught it or how many times you watched this video, when you said you pussied out last week because there was a Japanese guy in the front, someone
they were
in the audience says
Chinese.
they're Chinese. See? Nothing to fear.
I did. I heard that on
Live.
stage.
The intern stuff, the company policy, your way of attacking that was much better.
Well, I was handed that because that party was a company party. Someone had already talked to them, so I knew that about that party. Because I didn't really have that joke sorted out before I went up there,
Yeah.
and then that it just worked out in my favor.
The building a railroad got a big laugh.
Yeah.
Biggest complaint, lack of compensation. Very dry, I like it.
I looked up. There's 10. They were all equity.
Oh, you really looked it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be the biggest?
The number one on ChatGPT was lack of compensation, and then it was the number two was exploitation of labor, which I think is
The same thing.
the same thing. Yeah.
I think everybody knows somebody who's been or has been in an internship experience.
Yeah.
So I'd keep working on that. Your kitchen thing continues to come along. The slurs, nutmeg, crushed pussy tattoo trilogy was great. I still think you got to figure out a different way to get to the women belong in the kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that's the punchline after I did that. There's got I don't know. I feel like there's a better joke to make. I can still use that maybe, but I feel like there's a better joke to make than.
Well, you could just be like, ladies, please apply, please. We need you. We need you. You belong in the kitchen. Not in that way, but you know what I mean? Or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe that punchline from a different angle. I don't know.
Golden rule, sucking a stranger's dick in Target. Liked it. David Goggins, still like it.
Yeah. Sorry, I just copy and pasted my homework, but
No, it was good. It was a good set. I feel like you did change things. Like you changed your delivery. And yeah, I feel like it was really good.
I had the crowd was kind of lukewarm. People who are usually funny weren't getting. So when that happens, I might have said this before, but I get like "fuck you" energy. Like I was talking to Cole. Cole gave me a compliment about this set, and I told him that, and he's like, "Oh, I have the complete opposite." He's like, "That's an interesting take."
What was his take?
Well, he's like, when the room's hot, that's when he goes all in.
Oh, you get more "fuck you" energy. Oh, like you go all in when they're lukewarm.
Yeah.
Daisy.
Man down.
Come here, Daisy.
No, I have noticed in general the last couple of weeks your energy's been way up.
Yeah.
You seem way more comfortable. You seem more comfortable talking to the audience.
That's something that I had to actively make myself do, and because I was scared of it for whatever reason. So I'm just like I'm diving into this puddle head first.
Well, you've made 4 cents on Rumble, so now you're a professional. So they have nothing.
I should have "fuck you" energy all the time.
Should have "fuck you" energy all the time. I feel like they say "fuck you" money is like having $1 billion.
Yeah.
From my experience in life, living under a bridge is the biggest "fuck you" money. Complete lack of money.
Yeah, there's nothing they can take away from you.
No.
Yeah, you might say "fuck you" and have $1 billion, and then someone just kills you outside of a hotel.
Yeah. But if you you have nothing to lose. I mean, what? You have any other notes for yourself, or
No.
questions, or comments?
Now I
or
have to write new jokes, so
Ruh-roh.
I feel like these are at a good enough spot I can put them in my pocket, and
I still feel like you can do. I feel like the golden rule and the impression. Golden rule is one of those things where I don't think that's its own joke. That's a one-liner. So, which means that it's its own joke. But what I was gonna say was, that's the type of thing where, like, if you're telling a story about how someone mistreated you, or like, you can be like, oh, and by the way, and I believe in the golden rule. If you don't believe me, like, I tell you right now, it's way harder to suck a stranger's dick and talk. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of build into it.
Yeah,
I still feel like there's something that the women belong in kitchens. That's too good of a line, and it's like this feminist take
right.
to give up on or to consider it done. That's too good.
Yeah, they're good enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would do these if you got like booked on a random showcase. Yeah, I would do these for sure. I don't know why building a railroad is so funny.
It's pizza party.
Unpaid labor.
Or building a railroad.
People are just so economically like repressed. Actually, I think that oddly enough, I think the Supreme Court made it illegal not to pay interns.
Good.
Legal to not pay interns. I could be wrong.
It's good to see the reach of my comedy is making positive changes in society.
Oh, I think I'm wrong. I could have sworn they had a case pending, or
What was that story you told me about he's like in India or something, a billionaire who you had to pay him?
you had to pay him to work.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
was the amount? It's like
He was like a tech
100,000 or
guy.
something? It was less than that, maybe.
I think it was like $60K a year or something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was in ruples. Rupees?
Rupees.
What do they use in India?
Well, let's do your set.
All right, let's do my set because we got a lot of New Jersey 1970s. I'm just going to start it right where we left off.
Tonight, hopefully, he knows he's up next. Let's give it up for Dennis Cheney!
I did not know I was up next.
smoking?
Yeah.
That's not surprising. Nick, tell him that he's up after this next person.
I got notes. I'm ready.
Yeah, Dennis!
I wasn't smoking.
Hell
Cool. Hey, I want to thank all the regular audience people for sitting in the back of the room. That's super cool of you guys. All right, this is very rough this week. I did go on a first date last Saturday. Took her to Jasper's. Fancy. I got spaghetti, and everything was going real good. Like, we met up, we had a drink beforehand. They were like, let's go over have this fancy. I got spaghetti and a glass of milk. And I shit you not, this glass of milk destroyed the date. Because first she gives me some shit, and I'm like, I'm over it, I'm almost 40, like, I don't need shit, I can drink milk with my spaghetti, that's what I have at home. So she said, milk, really? And I said, maybe not the best words, I wrote them down. I said, you got a problem with that. And then I drank 3 more glasses of milk during our date just to like assert my dominance. And as I said, you got a problem with that, I realized I had to like wipe my mustache off milk. Have not heard from her. Did not get laid. Did get lactate though, let's go. Fuck that. Hey guys, I just want to do a moment of silence for the United Healthcare CEO. I'll start the clock in 3, 2, 1. Excuse me. It's a moment of silence. Hey, it's a moment of silence. I do like what happened after that. Like on day 1, we were all like, okay. And then day 2, we were like, we're not gonna snitch on this guy, right? Like universally. And then on day 3, when it looked like they weren't gonna find him, McDonald's is like, we're bringing back the snack wrap, please. Please. Everyone's starting to get, I'm not saying I think we should live in a society where you can cap a guy in the street. I'm just saying, we should have let it go on, like, we should have let him be on the run for like a month. Can you imagine the shit we would have got? Like, milk would have been back to $3 a gallon. Then we can arrest him, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, I know we all have iPhones. How many people in here still wear a watch? 3 guys? Clap if you still wear a watch. Okay. I'm thinking about going back. to the watch. I realized the other day that other than a computer or a phone, the only things I have with clocks on them are in my kitchen. Great premise, Dennis. Please tell us more about the digital clocks you own. But I got to thinking about it, like I haven't owned a clock or a watch in forever, but like I got my stove has a clock, my microwave has a clock, my toaster has a clock, my coffee maker has a clock. Everything in my blender has a clock. And I just wonder like who this guy was, like this like 1800s looking motherfucker with a monocle who sat in the meetings to put a clock on everything. They're just like, this is my new invention. It blends tomatoes or apples or anything to a smoothie. Like, put the clock on it! What if they lose track of time? Like, I invented a digital thermostat. This just helps you, instead of moving a knob back and forth, you just set it to, put a clock on it! What if you get lost? The worst thing is I have a digital picture frame that just plays like photos of my family and shit. Has a clock on it. I don't know why. I don't want to get lost in time. Okay, fuck that joke. We had a good milk theme going, and then I just ruined it with clocks. My mom wants maybe you guys can help me work this one out. My mom wants a Christmas list. It's kind of like emasculating, She keeps texting me every day, like, give me a Christmas list. And I'm not a big gift guy. I don't really want anything. I don't know how to tell her that, and I don't want to ask for money. So if any of you have any ideas for something that's like $100 that would freak her out, let me know. Sex toys, anything like that, I'll take suggestions. This is a real come to the bar and give me a tip. A butt plug. Let's go, $100 butt plug.
With a clock on it.
With a clock on it. Oh, I like that. Nick, what was that butt plug thing I wrote one time that we heard? Why do they call it a butt plug?
Not an acidifier.
Instead of an acidifier. Oh, okay, love you all, bye.
Hell yeah, he'll be making your drinks.
One of our MKUSUAL jokes escaped into reality. The acidifier.
It's a great joke. Fucking Tom Thompson.
Yeah, you guys. Typically, typical for me, my most thought out premise was the first date thing, followed by the healthcare CEO, followed by the clock, which was like, you know what that was? That was a sketch I'd pitched to Shane for the SOS.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna fill my time this week, so I'm just gonna try to turn that into stand-up. Christmas presents was nothing. I just got bailed the fuck out with the acidifier. Still proud that I went and did new stuff or tried new stuff. I'm definitely going to work on the milk thing. I've been wanting to do a larger chunk about how much I love milk.
The fucking spaghetti in a glass of milk is hilarious. Especially, like, if you know Jasper's, it's a very fancy Italian place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny no matter what, but
Classic. I just think milk is... I love milk for real.
drinks.
And people treat it like it's for little kids or for cows. It's for me. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. I wouldn't mind expanding the healthcare CEO. My whole thing with that was but I didn't have time to write. I wanted to get into like all the stuff we could be demanding.
It's a good.
It's a jump off point. All I had was the snack wrap.
It's great though as a jumping off point for that. That's a great premise.
Thank you. I'm going to declare the clock joke dead and move it to sketch form.
Well, I thought you might go like the microwave, the old-timey guy, where it's like energy vibrates your food and heats it up, and then he's like, put a clock on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
That's the whole idea. The whole idea was it was going to be like a dude looking out of like There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
And it's like this boardroom. Don't steal my idea. I'm going to do it next month. And then they're like, they have the prototypes or whatever, and then it goes to him, and it's like somehow darker and more austere, and he's just like the mean old CEO who's from like a whole other age. But I'm still declaring that dead.
Okay.
Christmas presents wasn't even a joke, but acidifier came through to save me. A real roller coaster this week. We had the presents at the beginning of years. We had me not showing up in time. That's the thing. I'm usually working the bar during this.
Yeah.
So I wasn't outside. I just was talking to somebody. I didn't notice Nick was up. And then they were like, oh, I heard my name. And I'm like, shit. And then what happened was I've been trying to write. And if you've ever seen me, I'm just like, I constantly have like too many. And then I was like, fuck. And I just went. And everything went everywhere. And then that whole time when she was like, go grab him, I was like trying to grab these papers off.
I was sprinting through the showroom.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you because when I was getting ready to go in, you pop out and you look like you were sprinting. Trying to save the editing time to use the same video. Good job, Nick.
Yeah, good job, Dennis.
I think what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to try to turn the date thing into something real. I'm gonna go back for the first time, unless I get something that I consider a really good idea. I think I'm going to.
You've been like pushing yourself way harder than I have been.
It's time to go back and like I don't know if I consider it pushing, But I'm going to do what you've been doing. I'm going back. I'm going to go back and watch some of our Saturday episodes. I'm going to pick 3 or 4 things. I'm going to try to tighten them up and make like a new 4-minute little, that I feel happy about that I would do at any show. Some of those things have already made it into the shows. The stuff about my grandma and stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, you've talked about the kill Tony effect being kind of detrimental. If we do this every week, like you're doing this every week, writing 3 new minutes or trying 3 new minutes.
I mean, last week I opened a Trump flag.
Well, but you know what I mean.
It's not always. And then I did the stuff that was only Tulsa exclusive.
Yeah, but that's like it's new. But I say pick a Kill Tony regular that's on 50 weeks a year. Like none of them are on that much, but that's 50 new minutes that you're trying.
That's insane.
Yeah.
To me, that's insane. I think it's both easier to write a new minute than you think and way harder. To do it every week is nuts.
Yeah. And they don't always. I mean, they don't have a great success rate. They're funny in the interview, but their minute might bomb, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good exercise because you're gonna sift out something.
Correct. I just want to show some progress on this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want everybody who just watched our show to think that I'm only doing a new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying because you could like.
But also, this is content. This is podcast content.
Yeah.
We're getting into inside baseball here. All right. I don't want to show these videos because I need to make sure that they're not going to get us flagged.
We can show them tomorrow.
If we decide they're not going to nail us.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get nailed. Because this was a television show, but I was all hyped up last night. I discovered this great old school. It's called Stairway to Stardom from the early 80s. And it looks like they're filming in a house.
It definitely has like public access.
It has
even
complete
for the 80s.
public access vibes.
Yeah.
There was a puppeteer. Did you watch The Puppeteer?
I started to.
Who you can see her like half of her head the entire time.
That's funny.
There are so many coked out 16 to 20-year-olds just fucking just dancing to whatever. It's wild.
I've seen this clip before.
Oh, really?
I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I've seen that like dancing clip, but not in the context of that show.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, anyway, so this episode's a little short this week. We're near half an hour. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts on stand-up? Closest thing to drug addiction.
Yeah, I don't know.
The closest hobby to...
I love it. It is... If you're doing it with intention, you will sort yourself out. Like,
I believe that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the verge of good writing lately. I feel like I haven't hit it, but I feel like for the last month since we've been doing this, I've been on the verge.
Yeah,
It's such a cold streak.
I feel like I'm improving, and I feel like this is pushing me. And it's like, I was talking to Ron about this.
Yes.
It's like,
Ron, the patron saint of Kansas City comedy.
Yes. The man, the myth, the legend. But it's like, it's because I have to do this for the show, I have accountability to someone besides myself. So I'm like, I'm thinking about it, and now I'm starting to think like I have that responsibility to the audience. If I ever want to take this seriously and go farther with it, I owe them that best part of me every week. And I don't know, the guy that's been at the club this weekend, Derek Stroop.
Oh, amazing.
I've seen him like 4 times in the last year. He's been at the club a bunch. He's consistently good, punches in, clocks in, does his job, and he's like, I respect that. It's inspiring, and I want to,
Final note. Lori, super fan Lori,
Oh, she's so nice.
she has declared that we need to do a tinfoil hat instruction video
Oh, that's a great
next
idea.
Friday.
That's a great idea.
Lori, we might do it on a Sunday. I am dying this week. Dab.
Destroy all bacteria.
Every time I think I'm better, it just gets worse. But Lori, great. Giving you a shout out. Great idea.
Yeah.
Either on a Sunday or a Friday, we will be doing. You want to bring your own materials. You want to just bring a roll of aluminum foil, and we'll do that. Okay. Any final thoughts, Nick?
I don't think so.
Love y'all. Thanks for sticking around. You're a bunch of goofy goobers, and the things you do in private are not okay, but we love you.
We love you.
We love you platonically.
It's all sex for me.
Nick will fuck every one of you. Oh, by the way, just FYI, I did not have a first date.
Oh.
You know that. I work Saturday.
Well, yeah, but
I just wanted an in to talk about milk.
I thought you might. I didn't. I thought you might have gone on that date earlier this year.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Peace out, dipshits.